What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Dick Metro Fan 12 coming to you with another video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the Ghostbusters reboot. And now, the Ghostbusters reboot pretty much was released in the summer of 2016. Even though the critics gave it positive reviews, it bombed because Ghostbusters fans either gave it a bad review or pretty much they didn't go see it at all. And the main reason why the movie bombed because it was just an awful movie. Bad script, the jokes wasn't funny, and the chemistry among the cast wasn't there. The hatred for men was just blatantly obvious and other stuff like that. Now, I've heard that the Ghostbusters reboot was supposed to be a parody of the Ghostbusters franchise, mainly because people have said that Paul Feig is a satirist and he satirized certain movies like the James Bond franchise with Spy and the Hangover trilogy with Bridesmaid. But the Ghostbusters reboot failed to be a parody of the Ghostbusters franchise in a few key points. Now, the first key point would be the title of the movie. Now, the title of movies that are satire are very important because the title of these movies are very tongue-in-cheek, and it is a play on words in connection to the movie that they're making fun of. You know what I'm saying? Like with Spaceballs, he's making fun of Star Wars. Robin Hood Men in Tights makes fun of Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Now, the Ghostbusters reboot pretty much fails in this regard, you know what I'm saying, because putting Ghostbusters in the title of the reboot doesn't indicate that it's a satire at all, you know what I'm saying. In fact, when it was in theaters, it was pretty much hard to differentiate it from the original Ghostbusters movie because it was just called Ghostbusters 2, you know what I'm saying. And, and later it was given the subtitle of Answer the Call to answer, I think as a response to the video by James Wolfe called Ghostbusters 2016. I refuse to watch, where he said give it a some stupid subtitle to differentiate it from the original Ghostbusters. You know what I'm saying? The point is that the Ghostbusters reboot don't have that chunk, don't have the title of a parody movie where it's tongue in cheek and stuff like that. Now, the jokes are another issue, you know what I'm saying? Now, with the jokes in satire movies, they're pretty much over the top, you know what I'm saying, with some funny punchlines and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And one example would be, say, Robin Hood Men in Tights, where one of the running gags is that when the sheriff of Rottingham would say something, he will mess up, and he realizes that he messed up, and then he corrects himself. You know, one of the examples would be like where he first introduced, he said, "Over that boy's hand," then he said, "Hand over that boy." You know what I'm saying? When, after he realized that he messed up the first time, you know what I'm saying? And now the Ghostbusters reboot fails in this regard. Time after time, one example would be the Trollhouse scene the where the characters played by Kristen Wiig, Kate McKinnon, and Melissa McCarthy were encountering this ghost. Instead of this ghost scaring them, it just pukes all over Kristen Wiig's character and stuff like that. What they could have done is have this ghost not only scare them, but expose a specific phobia that would be really silly considering it's supposed to be like a reboot. Not just a reboot, but it's supposed to be a parody. You know what I'm saying? One of them could have a fear of pizza, other fear of butterflies, other fear of DVDs. You know what I'm saying? Each of them will respond in a certain way that's pretty much over the top. You know what I'm saying? One of them with be in a cradle position, for example, like that, and then run out like like run to walls and doors and stuff like that. But again, the over the top nature that's in most parody movies aren't there in the Ghostbusters reboot. Now the third issue is pretty much the is the fact that parody movies pretty much are able to tell a coherent story within the context of the plot, you know what I'm saying, like any movie would, you know what I'm saying. Like with Robin Hood Man in Tights, Robin Hood is trying to get home to England, and when he was in prison, he promised the one character that was played by Isaac Hayes to find that he was going to find his son, who was played by Dave Chappelle and stuff like that. And when Robin Hood got home, there was this one sign that read England, poking fun at the Hollywood sign in California and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, the Ghostbusters reboot, fails in this regard too, because there's a scene in the reboot where Kristen Wiig's character was talking to Melissa McCarthy's character about the book that they co-wrote together, and Kristen Wiig's character was like, "Take it off of the Amazon website because this book gonna make me look crazy." And she said that she's trying to get tenure at I think Columbia and stuff like that, and Melissa McCarthy got mad. It was like, Kristen Wiig's character was like, "What is it?" It's like, "Oh my God!" And Melissa McCarthy's character was like, "I only got one time." You're pretty much breaking up the conversation, and pretty much, even though the joke wasn't funny, it had the bigger problem of just breaking up the flow of the dialogue in that scene. You know what I'm saying? Now, in conclusion, I'm not saying that Paul Feig is a bad director, you know what I'm saying, from a general standpoint, but he just failed in making the Ghostbusters reboot a parody of the Ghostbusters franchise, you know what I'm saying, outside of failing to make it a good movie from an overall standpoint, you know what I'm saying. With that being said, sound off in the comment section about what I've said about Ghostbusters reboot failing to be a parody. You know what I'm saying? Are there other things that I forgot to mention that's just as important as the three things that I pointed out? You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.